Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. I had forgotten to remind you guys, at least a while back, when this thing happened, they do have monetization still on. They're a message from Nijisanji, the black screen stream. They decided to monetize it. A lot of times when people do these types of things, they don't monetize it because they do not want to be seen as taking advantage of a situation, a big issue, etc. But of course, Nijisanji is just going to leave everything monetized. And here's the thing. When you make a live stream, you can choose whether to monetize it or not. In fact, usually, by default, it's unmonetized unless you have your settings to monetize everything. Either way, they should have manually gone in there and they should have actually unmonetized it and put monetizations off, because in a serious situation like this, let's just say this was not the horrible stream that it was, because it was a very horrible stream. We all know it by now. Let's just say it was just, letting people know about stuff that was going on. Usually, like I say, even smaller creators, when they do this kind of stuff, they tend to make it unmonetized, demonetized, etc., so that people won't think that they're trying to profit off of, negative emotions and profit off of this drama that was going on. Well, of course, Nijsanji doesn't do that. Nijsanji really cares. If why they eventually turned off monetization, though, why not they noticed being called out? So yeah, it was, here we go. It says video is not monetized on, eventually it was. I don't know when that was. Let's just take a look at this here. This was on February 12th of 2024. So it was, the fact that it was monetized at any point in time is not good. It also, of course, is bad optics. I'm glad that they demonetized it eventually. But my point still stands. You could have, and in fact, a lot of people, when including myself, when you start a stream, especially if it's an unplanned stream, or even if it's a planned stream, it automatically defaults to monetization off. So you should have left it off. You should never have turned it on. When you turn it on, it lets you know, you automate it, etc. I know, because, I can turn monetization on and off on everything I do. So it lets you know. You should have known since the beginning that this was not a good look. The damage is done. Even if you demonetize it later, this is my point. The damage is already done. You've already screwed over your appearance, the way you look to everyone else, because you had it monetized to begin with. If it was monetized, let's say for like a second, or like maybe like while it was going, and then you demonetize it after it stopped, then that's different. But this monetization took a while to actually happen, to be removed. And of course, they completely didn't realize the video was being monetized for a month later after this video. When I took a look, there were no ads playing at all. Until now, there's no ads so far. But yeah, it's the fact that it was monetized at all is not good. Like, you just go, they're a company. They're a big company. This is my gripe. This is my personal gripe. They're a big company. You don't make mistakes like this as a big company. First Stage Production is an agency that in the EN side has Avalum and others, which are the males, but on the JP side, they do have a large showing of various people. And today we do have like their two of their members, Soda Cosmo and Zashiki no Waraku, who are these two people here. Soda Cosmo is this, if it's seeing the same person, Cosmo, yes, Soda Cosmo is this member of female Japanese virtual YouTuber with First Stage Production, third generation. So she is part of the third generation of Endeluffy, and Zashiki no Waraku is also her genmate here. This is the member of First Stage Production JP, and it is also part of the third generation. These are the two that are currently graduating. So let's take a look at when they're going to be graduating, because of course these things always end up being a surprise to many. It says, thank you so much for your continued support of First Stage Production. We are announcing that on March 31st, Soda Cosmo and Zashiki no Waraku will be graduating for First Stage Production. Soda Cosmo and Zashiki no Waraku debuted in March 2024 as members of the third generation of First Stage Production and have been active ever since. However, due to separate circumstances, each of them have requested that they both end their activities. And Zashiki no Waraku will stop messing around in her current home and return to their respective hometowns. So they try to make it a little bit more upbeat here. About graduation distribution is scheduled for March 16th, the graduation stream, and the members themselves will be reporting to the activity schedule until then. About distribution activities, regarding the broadcast activities with wishes and the individuals involved, some of the broadcast archives and posts will be left intact, and the rest will be kept private. So they are going to be privating some, keeping others active. I don't know which is going to happen, but 07s to them, of course. The deadline for the above items will be March 31st. About memberships, merchandise, fan letter acceptance, of course, you send it to First Stage Production, which is part of Reality Project. And for any related affiliated talents, please do not contact them because, you know, a lot of times they're struggling through the fact that this is happening. And either way, the talents themselves won't have anything. They won't have any actual backing for what's going on. They won't have usually they won't have anything explained to them other than, hey, we're graduating. And that's it. So unfortunate for these two members to be graduating, but I do hope that their fan base is able to enjoy them before they leave. And finally, we have the way that they're, you know, explaining it to their community, each and every one of them. Soda Cosmo is explaining it. Dear Earthlings, Soda Cosmo will graduate from Ichi Pro on March 31st and return to his home planet. I'm sorry for surprising you with the sudden event. I'm going to take a day off to sort out my feelings, and then I'll post about my graduation tomorrow at 8 p.m. If you'd like, come and see me. I love the Earth and love everyone. It's okay eating delicious food and having a great time. And then we have here, as officially announced, Sasuke no Waraki will be graduating from Ichi Pro at the end of March. Hasn't been long since I returned from my hiatus, so to be honest, I was really worried about making this decision. I want to tell you about all my graduation and other things in my own words, so please wait a little longer until I feel better. I'm sorry for confusing everyone with the third year students graduating one after another. First of all, I would get myself in good health so I can come home and see you as soon as possible. I'm glad that they actually, you know, communicated with their community, and it is always, of course, going to be a sad day. Another Nijisanji meme that pops up on occasion. You always have these nice Nijisanji memes. Don't let the half-baked document distract you from Nijisanji wants people to forget about Asuka's investigation. The half-baked document was one that myself and much bigger VTubers like Depressed Nosagi, Rima, and a VTuber adjacent person is Legal Mindset. I say VTuber adjacent because they aren't technically a VTuber, but they do cover VTubers a lot. So they all covered it, way bigger people than me, but I did cover it myself. It was very much secondhand information and stuff like that. We already know that. I've already run through this, but here is the meme here. Nijsanji investigated themselves for the Black Stream and Silence termination. We know right away we did nothing wrong. And then when they're actually investigating an S-Pest person who's been harassing multiple people, as False ID has said. Multiple people came out to him, and multiple people talked to him about all these situations. It just is a shame that they're taking so freaking long to get everything done. They may just be trying to make people forget, as this thing says. Caitlyn Myers, if you know, you know, is a VTuber, or at least a vsinger, who has been inactive recently, at least not as active as she used to be, but she has a very well-known voice. And of course, I'm not going to say who she is right now, but if you know, you know. She has been promoting her sister, which is Lilith O'Leary, who is was trying to get to 5,000. It pretty much blew through the goal. And Caitlyn Myers, for those who don't know, is this VTuber here who has, just going to give you the voice a little bit, who's recently sung this in original by them. I am ghosting you, I'm ghosting you. And that is the little bit of a sample. Again, if you know, you know. Here we go. She was playing Dredge. Dredge has been fun. Now let's sing some songs together. Here we go. And of course, you may recognize this person by their voice.
You never know. Let's move on to the next question. I have to go this way because I can't go the other way. We're fine. Everything's fine. Where am I now? I've got I'm dancing right now. What are you doing? Coming through. I'm holding a grudge. I got a chip on my shoulder.
So yeah, she did some singing too. I can't show you too much of that because they are all copywritten songs. So of course, I've had a lot of trolls hit me recently, so I do have to be very careful with that. But again, if you know, you know. The sisters are, of course, supporting each other. The goal was smashed, and she has over 8,000 subscribers now. So, of course, very glad to see these VTuber sisters, IRL sisters, not just, you know, model sisters or anything like that, IRL sisters, having so much fun. VFleet project, who I had covered that Invictus was going to be happening. I did cover that one of them is a plane. The other one, one of them is a plane, Fallen Angel. The other one is bigger, faster, stronger. It is a nuclear class aircraft carrier. And these are the girls here. Official reveal. We are excited to announce the newest duo fleet of VFleet project. Invictus, meet at Eve 80 VT, the ultimate aircraft carrier, and Lucy 04 VT, the fallen angel princess from hell. Together they are truly invincible. Prepare for their arrival shortly, sailors. And of course, they all have amazing DLC. They all have amazing personality. They all have, yes, amazing, yes. So they do. And like the one on the left looks like he could beat the crap out of you just by looking at you. Like she looks buff, she looks fit. They both look very fit. But the one on the left, the airplane, or not this place, the airplane. I mean the aircraft carrier looks like he could beat the crap out of you. And of course, the one on the right reminds me very much of Asuka Langley of Evangelion. But still, very, very great to see them both there. Love them both. Okay, this is dope as hell. They both look sick. Really looking forward to the debut streams. Both look super amazing. Love VFleet. Nice. And of course, for those who don't know what VFleet is a VTuber agency based on military, U.S. military, more than anything. In U.S. military vehicles, whether it be fleet vehicles, which are usually planes and boats, naval ships, aircraft carriers, that type of thing. We have Tiffany Tiefling on Blue Sky saying she's so excited for their birthday, front page of Twitch, and finally Weather Girl outfit debut, 16th of February, 2025. There will be scuff, but it's gonna be fun. And here we go. It says, see y'all tonight, birthday celebration on stream and weather debut. This was on the 15th, so it is something that is gonna be coming pretty soon. Let's take a look at their content here, see if they have their things connected. There's their Twitch and their YouTube. So I'm gonna take a look at here. They haven't streamed it yet. They haven't streamed anything yet, but that's the look of Tiffany Tiefling. They're having a brand new look, of course, that's gonna be happening soon. And there is, of course, some more of their content that you can see here. Whether it's 3D related or whether it's other related, you can see it there. And they are gonna, of course, have their birthday soon. Umi and BriAtltCookiebox did a little bit of collaboration for this past Valentine's Day. It is something that, of course, you guys can still see. It is, of course, something that you guys can still go and, buy charms and buy things here. It's Studio Nekomata wedding collection on sale, not Studio Nekomata. It's basically merch. Their wedding was February 14th. They married each other. You know, it's not an actual wedding there, but there you go. You have the diorama that you can buy, and you have charms, the standee, save the date. All those things are part of the bundle that you can buy. It is nice to see VTubers be able to get collaborations with larger merch creators like Studio Nekomata, who seems to be doing a pretty good job. In this case, you always have to be careful. Always have to be very careful when it comes to merch. You always have to be very careful when it comes to all these things. You have to make sure that you check and make sure that, especially as the creator, check and make sure that they will be sending it out when they say they will, because there have been issues with other smaller people who have had issues with other merch creators, and even larger people like Bao and others with merch creators and merch shipping companies that do not complete the orders. One of the longtime members of Hololive, who I will show you in a little bit, has had a birthday live. You can see a lot of fans, a lot of friends, a lot of people, a lot of different people in here. And here is who she is, of course. She is a virtual liver, VTuber, whatever, with Hololive. She's been there for a long time. Here, let's listen in to her music. And of course, I'm going to be jumping back and forth, jumping around to different parts because I can't show all of it. It is the IP of Hololive, so in order to not get struck, I have to make it, transform it. And here is part of what was shown in this little portion here that you can see here. Here is where a lot of different VTubers, one IRL person in the bottom left, as you can see there, different people from different agencies, different people that she has met during her time as Aki Rosenthal. It is great to see this. It's great to see that Hololive is allowing all this to happen. Of course, that she does not have a fear of having men on her stream, which, you know, you have some unicorns that would have an issue with that. Most rational people would not.
というから我々ね、まあ僕とレイド君なんか特にダンスもしたことない中頑張ってレッスンもほんまやって踊ったんだけど、トモさんはなんで踊ってんのこれ。おいストミックス。なんで踊ってないの？なんで？
しんどしね。
ちっちゃい。
ちっちゃいな。
だいね。
我々といえば大会ありましたね。
そうだよ。なんかでももう懐かしいというか、1年もまだ経ってないよ。評判で
She had Ditto on there, Nachi, you have other people. They're all, of course, Japanese VTubers or personalities that she has met during her time as her long tenure as Aki Rosenthal.
じゃあまたね
There, of course, you have Choco and others there. I am not the all-knowing person of VTubers, so I'm sorry if I do not catch some of these people's names. They're probably big names in Japan, but I am not an all-knowing person in VTubers, so unfortunately I can't know everything.
じゃあローション相撲しましょう。やべえ。よろしくお願いします。でも一緒になんか教えてほしいゲーム。いいよ全然。やろう。
うまいもんね。
うまいよそうだよ。
Some Holo Stars people as well are in there. And of course, Holo Stars JP. If they are Holo Stars, there will be JP. She is I'm just showing you different pieces of different people there. There you have, of course, Aki with Botan and Subaru. And of course, I'm glad that Subaru was able to make it, because a lot of these things are pre-recorded. But as you remember, Subaru had some health issues with her voice that could have prevented her from doing this, and I'm very, very glad that she was able to do this.
やだ。
So in order to not make this like 10-15 minutes of showing everything that they're doing there, just showing little bits and pieces there. Luckily, they were all able to join. They were all able to make Aki Rosenthal's birthday a spectacular one. She spent a lot of time making sure that a lot of people were going to be able to be a part of it. Maybe not all singing. Like as you saw, there were just some question and answer pieces, some back and forth chatting pieces, things like that, that of course are not done all the time, and is good to see her giving others a chance to be a part of a big thing. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do like to try to go for the smaller ones, but anyone that you know, kind of sees my fancy and I can take a look at and help out in any way possible, I will do my best to do that. So, we are going with Tomoki, the Astral VTuber. It says, "Your Astral VTuber, I'd like to talk and play games. Come hang out with me on Twitch." And currently, they are not streaming on Twitch, but we're going to take a look at some things they have here. Welcome, I'd like to play games. Come hang with me. And let's take a look at a game that they played recently.
But, you know. I don't think... I gotta fix my chair. I don't think we
Gotta
should
fix the chair.
It. A weird looking what? A weird looking what?
Oh, God. Oh, God. In the chat, someone said weird looking dong / dog. Not sure what happened there. So it was something in the chat. It was something in the chat. Something in the chat. Someone misspelled dog. So there we go, with D-O-N-G. And Tomoki also has their her YouTube channel here. And of course, they have their most recent stuff. They did start streaming as of 10 days ago, actually. So this is a pretty new YouTube channel and VTuber channel overall. So thank you so much, Tomoki, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope that this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.